Ayo, Shalom. O praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Rakakadash. Double and see apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and Shalom to the roughs out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. It's about I'm one from the GMSLondon camp. I found this article on it's on the ABC Australia website. Pretty sure that's what their name is. Yeah, but the title is Chinese schools enforce smart uniforms with GPS tracking system to monitor students. I think it's got kids wearing it. Facial recognition ensures that each uniform is worn by its rightful owner. So it's not even just that they got the chip in the uniform. They got them using facial recognition to make sure they're wearing the right one. Fucking madness. It says Chinese schools have begun enforcing smart uniforms embedded with computer chips to monitor student movement and prevent them from skipping classes. It says 11 schools in the southwest province of Guizhou have introduced uniforms which were developed by a local tech firm, Guizhou Jianyu Technology. As students enter the school, the time and date is recorded along with a short video that parents can access via a mobile app. Facial recognition further ensures each uniform is worn by its rightful owner to prevent students from cheating the system. Now this just sounds like, I mean, what does this even sound like? This is that totalitarian regime, you know, that the so-called white man who is Esau in the Bible, he's lusting for. This is evidently what he's after, and it's yet again in China. They're doing like the dry run of certain systems of things they do, because it's the same thing. It's like they got Sesame credits popping off over there. This links up with that as well, because it's like the thing is they've also got the stores, like the Amazon Go store, the stores where they have no staff and they just use RFID tags. And then, you just use or NFC, RFID, NFC tags, and then they just use those, and then basically, after you make your payments, then the door will just open automatically for you. So yeah, it's these guys basically, China, a lot of times China they'll just push, because even the CRISPR as well, it was a Chinese doctor, I believe, that did it on some twins, meant to have given them resilience to HIV. So all these ESO will use a lot of these technologies. They'll push them out to China and have them test it over there, because China's basically they've been playing catch up since since the fucking British Empire came and smashed them, man. Since then, man, they've been playing catch up, trying to catch up to the West, and that's why these guys, all them technologies, these guys are falling down the well of all these different systems Esau's trying to implement. These elites are trying to implement, and they're just running wild with it. So it says skipping classes triggers an alarm to inform teachers and parents of the truancy, while an automatic voice alarm activates if a student walks out of school without permission. A GPS system tracks students' movements even beyond school grounds. It says leave no dark corner. China is building a digital dictatorship to exert control over its 1.4 billion citizens for some social credit. For some, social credit will bring privileges. Yeah, so that's the Sesame credits. So it's basically just building up to that pure dystopian system where you're basically watched at every moment, tracked at every moment, measured at every moment, and then they're just basically trying to, and if all the undesirables, useless eaters are gonna get weeded out, then they'll just keep those efficient slaves, man. That's what these elites are trying to do. It says the two chips inserted into each uniform's shoulders can withstand up to 500 washes with 150 degrees Celsius, the company told state media Global Times. The thing is like, they're putting it on the uniforms for now, But then the thing is, they might say, oh, students can lose the uniform, the uniform can get this and that. There's all kinds of different things. They can say, look, we're just gonna have it where it's an implantable chip. And the thing is, then it's not like they're gonna go straight for the kids, because obviously everyone might get into an uproar. The international community at least would get into an uproar about the kids, but then they can just go for like firefighters, police officers, civil servants, and then on down. Then big companies that have like Samsung will roll it out, just like in the West where you have it's gonna be the civil services, and it'll be other than the civil services, it will likely be civil services, emergency services, and then it will be like big companies that will basically they'll be the ones. It will start from there and then trickle down. And then you're gonna have, just like now you got the biohackers. You're gonna have certain people trying to make it look fly. You're gonna have some stupid, ignorant nigger rappers that will be, they'll get them chipped and say, yeah, man, it's cool, have them go and swipe with their hand or whatever. Everyone be like, "Rah!" People jump on that, just make a few Snapchat, a few TikTok, fucking videos of that, and people will eat that shit up, man. Vine that shit out, and then people will be losing their minds. So you can see this mark of the beast, this RFID chip, can come in easy, man. And it's been put from when everything's already been chipped. Now it's the clothing. Then after clothing, what's left afterwards? It says alarms will sound wow, that's fucking cold. Alarms will sound if a student falls asleep in class, while parents can monitor purchases their child makes at school and set spending limits via a mobile app. So it's funny because this is what parents are doing. They have parents doing to the kids, but then all they're gonna do is it's gonna be the elites doing it to the general masses, man, to the sheeple. That's what they desire to do. According to the company's official website, the company released a public statement via popular Chinese social media site Weibo, saying the uniforms focus on safety issues and provide a smart management method that benefits students, teachers, and parents. Ganyu's technology marketing manager also bragged of the uniform's capabilities on a personal Weibo account. You go to any school and ask security guard how many students are in school today, he definitely can't give you an answer, but we can. Yeah, that's what the elites want. They want to be there. It's not even, what do you call it? Doing was it censor? Well, counting the nations. That's off. Anyway, y'all shouldn't know how. When Most High knows how much, man. Shit. That's what you can. This is why Esau's basically trying to take the role of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what he's trying to do by implementing these technologies. He's basically trying to take the role of the Most High. So the Lord ain't down with that. That's gonna be completely annihilated, man. Says what? On its website, the development company said the uniforms were designed to fully implement the state policy of actively constructing smart campuses. Yeah, smart campus. Them smart campuses are gonna utilize what do you call it? That Internet of Things, man. You can see they're already getting started with the Internet of Things. It's basically everything's linked up, even the purchases, the tracking, the facial recognition, all these different things. The chip it binds it all together. Because once you plant that chip inside, then they're basically slaves to all these systems. Once you build the Internet of Things around it, they're going to be bouncing off everything. It's like you can do like in what is it, Batman? The Dark Knight? In the Dark Knight, when he basically utilizes everyone's cell phones and has them send out a what do you call it, like a vibration, then all the different cell phones in the city would bounce off a vibration to each other, and then they can build up an image because they're all sending off signals, they're all receiving signals. So that's going to be the same thing. So Esau put the chip in you, and then he's gonna have that basically will have, you have the field around yourself. Then anytime you come in contact or around anything, then it would beep your locate. It would send information from your chip, and your chip would get information sent to it. So then as long as you're in range, basically, then they'll be able to track your every movement. They'll be able to basically keep you on lock. And this is what they're lustful. And the thing is, we've been talking about this. It's done, been prophesied. It's been brought out. So and now you see it's coming out. These guys they're saying smart campuses. That's the same thing they're trying to do in Canada and in London as well. They're trying to bring that up like that, smart cities. So this is all where it's where the elites are going. It's where it's going. That's why that 2019 fam, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get messy. It says in recent years, Beijingers were making regular calls on all schools. Them guys are trying to make it pop off everywhere to develop smart campuses in a push to digitalize education. It says despite all the benefits touted by the company, the uniforms have prompted backlash on social media. If you were a child, would you like to be monitored 24 hours a day? Well, they don't care, man. They want the elite them to to want to be tracking. Says the uniforms will come in handy when looking at miss. Thing is like that don't even make that's stupid, because first of all, you're making a big fuss about these uniforms. You know what? Just as a fucking side note, these are some of the whitest Chinese kids I've seen in all these pictures. Bruv, these are some pale motherfuckers, man. What the hell is going on here, man? Their eyes look dodgy as well, man. Why are they so fucking pale? Give them some goddamn sunlight, man. God damn. Like some of the palest fucking, palest mobiles I've ever seen in my life, man. What the hell's going on here? This is criminal. Chasing that Edomite beauty standard. But it said what? Locate. Okay, yeah. So you're making a big fuss about these uniforms. So if anyone's gonna nab a kid anyway, they'll just take the uniform off. They'll already know. Okay, you can track them up until where the uniform gets. The uniform catches them. But they're gonna know they're being tracked, so they just have their face covered or whatever. It's not a guarantee, man. But anyways, it's all for the plans of the elites, man. They're basically just giving a dry run. People will resist it hardest when it's first heard of, but over time it will just become normalized. When you start let every school in England, they have this that basically say, okay, your uniform you buy, because they already have uniform shops in fucking England, because you got that school uniform. So they'll just say, okay, every school uniform, just chip the thing. Let it be normalized. People stop complaining real quick. People don't complain for shit. Like, they only complain for a little while, man. Okay. Funny as hell. But that's Esau's evidently he's after. He's basically after that RFID. He wants to implant it in the masses. He wants that total control. And the Lord ain't gonna have that happen, man. We're bringing out these prophecies. He's gonna implement the chip. It's gonna be out there, but he's not gonna get the total control. Job 5:12. It says, "He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." And that's what's gonna occur. That's what's gonna happen to Esau. Esau's gonna find out these enterprises failed. Because the thing is what Esau's trying to do is he's basically trying to implement that you can see what he's trying to implement, that RFID. He's trying to get that total control. The Lord ain't gonna have it happen. The Lord's gonna completely it's not gonna come to fruition, man. Not completely anyway. He'll fulfill a certain amount. He'll get the chip in. World War III will pop off. Martial law will kick in. He'll get the concentration camps filling out. But he's not going to get that new world order that these guys are planning, where they got everyone set up, everyone chipped, everyone lobotomized in that 1984 spirit. And then these elites on the top are just there, just like, yes, living good. That's not going to happen. Because the thing is, the kingdom of heaven is not for Esau. Edomites aren't going to get the kingdom of heaven. That's for Israel. Says what? He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So yeah, he takes the wise in their own craftiness. So Esau's that wise man. You know, he's crafting all these plans. This guy's putting 300-year plans, you know, together. He's, you know, ain't gonna work, mate. You know, you got these legendary plans, the Illuminati's, the Freemasonic organizations, you know, been working together to try and get this thing in. But all that planning, all that craftiness is gonna be it's gonna be what do you call it, man? Smashed. You know, Yahushua is gonna make his return, and that's gonna be the end of that. Because the thing is, Esau's gonna get close, but hey, then Yahushua is gonna crack them clouds, and once that happens, you're through. You know, you go into second Esdras, it goes into it, man. Like how, you know, it's like a mountain. The chariot's gonna be like a mountain, man, and the man is just gonna be, they're gonna come to combat that, and just get smoked, man, and laser just bzz, vaporized. It says they meet with the darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. In them dark places, having them dark meetings, getting together, trying to perform dark acts. This RFID is implantable. That's a dark act, man. What the hell is wrong with you, man? How you gonna be trying to track everyone, mate? You're just you're nobody, man. Thing is like anyone that's got the rule, they're suffered to rule because the Lord's given it to them, man. The Lord's basically had mercy. He's placed it into your hand, man. So what? How are you gonna go so power mad? You're gonna think I'm just gonna have power over everyone forever. They're gonna have no. Come on, man. Says what? But he saveth the poor from the sword, and from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty, so that the poor have hope, and the iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Yeah. So the Lord's basically gonna, we're the poor, Israel and the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're the poor, and the Lord's gonna have he's gonna have mercy on us. He's gonna save us. Because the thing is Esau, Esau's not the end of the world. I mean, Esau's not the end. Esau's not going to be ruling for eternity, man. Esau is the end of the world, And Jacob is the beginning of it thereafter, man. I feel like I worded that wrong. Let me just double check that. That does not even sound right. What is it? It's gonna be like not even that far. Yeah, Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that follows. Yeah. So for real, Esau's gonna end. And then that righteous, glorious kingdom is going to come in, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle, the elders, GreatMillStone, man. Shalom.